right, let's go over the biomechanics, the mechanics of punching of GeoBox. Let's start on your boxing stance. Look down at the mat. It should be over 5 and over 7. And I'm going to remain in this stance to go over the techniques. There's 4 punches in boxing. Before we do that, let's prepare our hands. Curl your fingers into the palms. Thumbs are on the outside. If you have nails, don't dig them into your palms. Just lay them on the palms. Hands are up, cheek height or chin height. This is just an aerobic workout. No one's going to hit you, but try to keep the hands up. Starting with the jab, it's an elbow extension, shoulder flexion. Try not to hyperextend the elbow. This is what a hyperextension would look like. So you bring the shoulder up and you really force the extension. So we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it maybe soft, but not too soft. Out and back, and the elbow comes directly towards the rib cage. We don't leave it high, bring it low. Imagine of a string attached to your elbow and the rib cage. So you bring it out and back. And that's called your jab, or in boxing is called the number 1 punch. Now the cross involves a pivot, so we're going to start with the leg, pivoting on 7, bringing the hip towards 1, punching over 1 or more towards 2. Now as you notice, I'm not turning my fist. That tends to, again, hyperextend the elbow and tends to force the rotation too much. So I like to keep my fist either vertical or slightly turned, and I'm adding the pivot. This is called the number 2 punch or the cross punch. Let's go with the hook. The hook also involves a pivot. It's the lead leg pivot. You're pivoting the knee towards number 4. The elbow comes up at the same time. So pivot, elbow comes up, palm faces you or palm faces down, whatever you like. We're not hitting anything, so it really doesn't matter. This is called the number 3 punch or the hook. And finally the uppercut. Again, we have the same pivot on number 7, pivoting the knee out and then in towards number 1, uppercut. Left hand comes up. And if you notice, the non-punching hand is always up. So my right hand is up, left hand is working. This is the number 4 punch or the uppercut. So those are your punches. Now we have defense in boxing. In the beginning you saw what I called a slip, where I was moving back. So you can slip right and left, or right and left, or you can slip back and forward. Also there's a bob and weave. So if we position our feet over 6 and 4, you're going to flex at the hip, bend at the knees, and you're going to come up towards one side, down again, squatting, and come up towards the other side. Now in boxing, we're not going to do this exaggerated motion. We're actually going to be in our fighting stance, and we're going to make a small little U with our head, and it's called a bob and weave. But for fitness, we really want to work the hips. So we want to squat down and make an exaggerated right and left motion. So it's called a bob and weave, and you can do this with a lead leg, either lead leg. So those are your boxing movements. Now, kickboxing also involves kick. All kicks start with a knee lift or a hip flexion, knee flexion. And then after that, we have different extensions. The front kick extends towards the front. The right extends towards the side. So we have a side kick and a front kick. And with the other leg, we have the same thing. You lift the knee, flex, and then extend to the side and to the front. Now the round kick, as you notice, involves more of a circular motion. And again, with all the kicks, hyperextension, same as with the elbow. Do not snap it out. So don't just kick it out and keep it soft. It's very concentrated, very focused. The roundhouse kick, we start with the diamond shape. You're going to step out to 4, lift the knee up to 2, extend the knee, flex it, and bring it back down. So it's a sweeping arcing from 3, 2, to 1. So you come out, starting at 3, 2, and 1. Okay, that was kind of fast, but you're going to come up, starting at 3, 2, and 1. And on the other side, it's the same thing. Step on 6, from 1, 2, to 3. It's parallel to the mat, and it's a big arc. It's a round kick. Okay, so those are your 3 kicks in the workout. The rock step on the balls of the feet. If that's too much, it could be a shuffle or shift from side to side. So be mindful of that. When you're doing the rock step, that's too much. All you're doing is alternating your weight, 3 and 5, 6 and 5, or 9 and 5. So it could be as easy as this. And with the power, again, add a hop. If you don't like the hop, you keep it on the ground. Again, adding power or jumps to the kick increases the intensity, but adds a little more risk. You can actually injure your ankle, and again, modify it with the side kick. A little power, or just regular kick. So that's about it for the biomechanics.